All right, I'm gonna keep this under 5 minutes. I set up my first ChatGPT ads and just giving you some quick tips and things I found when setting up that might save you some time and effort. So before you actually create your campaigns, I would actually suggest you go into. So of course you have to apply for the beta. When you apply, get accepted. They give you access to the beta. Then you come in here and you set up your billing profile and the basic account stuff. Then I would come to conversions, and this is where I would set up my data source, which is going to be your pixel. So you could also do an app pixel, but I just did a website pixel. Actually, I don't think the app is launched yet. It's just website pixel for now. So you can copy this code and drop that within. I did it within Google Tag Manager. You can just drop it in your website, whatever you feel like. So first things first, create the data source. Then you can create conversion events. I did this based on like a button click, a form submit, and an appointment scheduled. These are going to be fired through events. So you can use either manually firing these events on your site based on an action, or you can use Google Tag Manager, probably easiest, to fire these events, and this should track performance. Now keep in mind, I don't think you can actually optimize towards performance yet. I think it's just for tracking purposes, but I would recommend setting this up. For now, I just assigned the button click and the form submit to my campaigns. I haven't done the appointment scheduled because I'll look at the volume of that later. Next up, you have a conversion key. So this is where you could do, for example, I think it's like a conversion API key, and it's going to be like server-side tracking. So we could do offline tracking. I'm not sure if Estape's going to be able to do it yet, or just running it through server-side tracking, Google Tag Manager and whatnot. But that's something to keep in mind. So this is definitely going to be like a secondary thing I'll look at a little bit more further. First, I would definitely recommend starting with your pixels and your events and getting those set up. Okay, so then creating your campaign itself, very simple. You can, when you create your campaign, a couple things to note. You obviously name it. You can do either reach or clicks. You can't do conversions yet. At least I don't have access for that. And you'll notice here that you can add conversion events. So you can add the event themselves. You can add the event themselves, and it will track the performance, but it doesn't actually allow you to objective towards that. One thing to note is budgets are not like daily budgets yet. They're just like a one-time set budget. So you can either, put the amount here and have an end date, or just have it till the budget runs out, but it's a flat cost. Okay, so after you create the campaign, and don't forget to set your targeting. They only have US, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand as locations. So, 1 second. Ad groups next. So after you create the campaign, you go into ad groups, and you can create a new ad group. Now, what's interesting here, so you have to add a CPC bidding. If you put like $2, it will be like may not. I think this is pretty basic. I think there's not a whole lot to this at this point for now, just because we're testing. I just dropped it within what it's considered strong delivery. Of course, we could even increase this just to see what kind of results we'll get in the beginning. Now, what's interesting here, though, is context hints. So you can actually describe the conversation, topics, keywords. I do find it funny that if you go into their bulk ad group uploader, why isn't that me? It actually will let you look here and say, let's see here. One sec. That's strange. It's being really buggy. If I go to ad groups here, though, you can see that there's an array of keywords for each set wrapped in quotes. So you actually upload it bulk via keyword. You can also do negative keywords in the bulk, where I didn't see a negative keywords in the actual interface. So I'm not sure if they just, they haven't done that quite yet, because you can see here there's no negative keywords. But yeah, that's so anyways, so you edit the ad group, you create the ad group, set the bid, set the context, and then last step, create the ad. So I just set up a basic ad, just generated it pretty quickly, if I'm being honest. Basically monetizing Reddit through a proven playbook. You get a title, which is under 50 characters. You get a description, which is under 100 characters. And then you can add your UTM parameters and your URL here. The image itself is a square image. It doesn't say much inside the platform, but if you actually go to ads, it's between 640 by 640 and no larger than 1200 by 1200, and it's only PNG and JPEG. So yeah, something to keep in mind. Funny enough, also, like the title and the max within the bulk is different than the platform. I think they're just changing things so quickly that they haven't kept up. Obviously, I just launched this. I've only started getting a few impressions, but I am going to be monitoring these. I'm going to be testing different context windows, different ads, different bidding structures, and yeah, I'll see what kind of results I get. Of course, I'll also try some new landing pages and offers and all that good stuff. Just making sure I'm fundamentally doing the things that I preach. So yeah, something I am playing around with. If you have any questions when you're setting this up, or if you want to chat about like the context and the ad groups, just let me know. Cheers.